Hey party people, Techno here, and we are going to take a look in today's video at a challenge from this year's Cyber Apocalypse CTF from Hack the Box. This is a very basic challenge called Tutorial in the Pwn section. It is ranked as a very easy, and for this challenge we have a set of downloadable files to take a look at, as well as a container to connect to over Netcat to answer some questions. So first, let's go ahead and take a look at the zip file that we download. So let's go ahead and unzip the tutorial archive, and this gives us three files. So we have an readme.txt, we have a test.c, and then a test binary. So let's just go ahead and take a look at each one of those. Readme.txt really just gives you instructions that the objective of this challenge is not to exploit the binary as you typically would for a Pwn challenge, but rather simply to answer the questions to retrieve the flag. That test.c file is going to be the code for the binary, and it's a pretty simple application here. It's really just taking two numbers and adding those together, and that will become relevant when you see the questions related in the challenge. And of course, we can run the test binary to enter two numbers just to see how that would go. So we can say 50 and 56 and get a result of 106. And that's all that does. However, all of this does become relevant whenever we start seeing the questions in the Netcat connection. And we can use these to help solve those problems if we need the additional assistance. So with that being said, let's go ahead and make the Netcat connection to the container. I'm going to drop the IP in here, and then we're working on port 48078, so 48078. And when we log in here, we can see a simple questionnaire to get started with the basics. And this really explains the concept of int max and int min in C and C++. So really what we're seeing here, let me make this a little bit larger in size as far as that text goes. So C and C++ provide two macros named int max and int min to represent the integer limits, and it lays those out here both for 32-bit and 64-bit. When this limit is passed, C will proceed with an unusual behavior. For example, if we add int max plus 1, the result will not be the expected value of int max plus 1, but it would actually be something else. And what it is going to turn out to be is a negative number, and that negative number is going to be the value of int min. And this odd behavior is called integer overflow. And then we get started with the questions here. So it says, is it possible to get a negative result when adding two positive numbers in C? Well, clearly, even the explanation of this tells us that yes, it is. So our answer there is going to be yes. We get it correct. Next question, what's the max 32-bit integer value in C? Well, for 32-bit, that's laid out right here. So that's going to be 214,748,3647. And there's our correct answer. What number would you get if you add int max and 1? Well, we know we're going to get the value of int min, so that's going to be negative 214,748,3648. And what number would you get if you add int max and int max? Well, if we take a look at these, can see that the value of int max is 1 less than the value of int min as a negative number. So if we add these two together, if the plus 1 is going to roll us over into int min, then this is basically going to work out to be -2. Now, we could jump back and we could actually run the binary that was provided here to validate that, and we could do the value of int max and int max together if we didn't want to just do that math in our head. And we can put those together there and see that that value is -2. Okay, what is the name of this bug? Well, as this introductory piece kind of tells us, it is an integer overflow. So let's go ahead and roll that in there. Correct. What is the min 32-bit integer value in C? Well, we kind of answered this question already up here whenever we added int max and 1, and that is -214,748,3648. And then what is the number you can add to int max to get the number negative 21474822312? Well, this is where we're being a little bit clever and cheeky here, because the number that you would add to int max to achieve this negative value would be 1337, or leet. And with that, the container is closed out and we retrieve our flag, which is hack the box, GG easy, thanks for the tutorial. So again, a very basic problem, a tutorial, effectively, an introductory challenge to this whole cyber apocalypse CTF. But there's our flag. That's it for this video. In the next video, we'll take a look at another one of the challenges from the cyber apocalypse CTF. And until then, thanks for watching, everybody. Do truly appreciate it. Until next time, take care, and I will catch you later.